this evening, what I want to do is just kind of recap on what I was talking about the other day. We were talking about hair analysis and what it determines. So the hair analysis determines hair type and also the present condition of the hair. Okay. The hair classification, there are so many different classifications. There are several different classifications of the hair. So hair texture, it measures the thickness or in diameter of the individual hair strand. So that's going to be classified as coarse, medium, and fine. Okay. So a part of this is just a recap. You can always jump on my catch.me and you can catch the part of it that I spoke on hair analysis. The next part of this is going to be hair porosity. Now, this is really a good way of knowing what your hair porosity is, because a lot of times it's people don't actually. Hey, Talisha Cook, thank you for joining. Missed you at church. So hair porosity is the ability to absorb moisture. Okay, product and moisture. So a lot of times people have the question, well, what's going on with my hair? Why is my hair feeling like a lot of buildup on it? Well, it's called porosity. If you understand what porosity is in your hair, then you'll understand the products to use and if the products is too heavy for your hair. Okay, so the porosity is broken into three range. High elevated thinking, thank you for joining. We are talking about hair porosity. And so it's broken into broken down to three main categories. One is low porosity. 2 is normal, and 3 is high porosity. Okay, so basically, if your hair is low porosity, you'll know that. If it's high porosity, hey sis, you was, I missed you. I didn't see. I'm sorry. So I'm going to show you a graph of what I use. Basically, what you could do is you take an individual hair strand. So you just take a hair strand out of your hair. That could be in the back or in the middle or wherever, and you take a cup of water. It don't have to be hot. It could be lukewarm water, and you would drop the strand into the water, and it will look like something like this. So if you can see that, if your hair is a low porosity, it's going to float completely to the top. If your hair is normal porosity, it's going to float in the middle. And if your hair is high porosity, it's going to float directly to the bottom. So it's not even going to give it time to float to the bottom. Okay. If the hair strand immediately sinks to the bottom, then your hair is high in porosity, okay? And that's what you see right here. Excuse me. You see that right there, okay? If your hair floats to the middle, then your hair is normal porosity. And if your hair, right there. If your hair shrinks right here to the top, then you know it's low porosity, okay? So that's a little graph that you can actually look at. I have another graph that I want you guys to see, but I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. So the low porosity, what does that mean, okay? Low porosity, that means that the cuticles are tight and it's tight and more resistant, okay? It's more resistant. That means let me show you on this. This is how you know this is a compact, normal, and raised cuticle. That's how that looks. Okay. This is a closed cuticle right here. Okay. This can be due to genetics. Does your hair feel like products is sitting on it or product is sitting on top of the hair? That's low porosity. Okay. When the hair have low porosity, it stays at the top of the glass. Okay. Because the water cannot get inside of the cuticle. All right. So it can't get into the cuticle to shrink it. That means it's compact, it's closed. All right. There are some key things to know. Thank you for your hearts. There are some key things to know with the low porosity. How well can it actually hold moisture once inside? But getting inside is the key. How can you get product inside of your hair, your shaft or your cuticle when it's closed? Okay, you need it to open in order to put something in. So you want to be aware of products with low pH. Earlier we talked about the pH balance, what the pH balance was, why it was why should you use acidic versus alkalinity in the hair? Well, because high acidic works to keep your cuticle closed, okay? And so therefore, what you want to do with this is look for products with more alkaline ingredients that helps lift that cuticle, okay? So you want to make sure that you lift the cuticle. And that's what this looks like right here. When you see a lifted cuticle, this is a lifted cuticle right here, okay, versus a closed cuticle. So those that have the low cuticle or the low porosity, it's going to look like this, okay? So we want to get to this point here. All right. Here are some regimens that you can actually use. My camera changed. Here's the regimens that you can actually use. Baking soda treatments, products containing glycerin in it. This is going to help improve your moisture. You want to stay away from products with oils, sealant for cuticles, and it may work against. So oils with sealants in it is going to work against the cuticle. Okay, so that's not going to help it at all. All right. Now, normal porosity floats in the middle. That's where you saw right here. Okay. Normal porosity floats in the middle. This means that the strands allow for easy moisture inside the cuticle. Okay. This level right here takes colors, perms, products well. Okay. It holds moisture and it shines. The shine is longer, is very desirable, and low maintenance hair. Okay. Also, you want to stay away from regular chemicals and heat. All right. Okay. Now, high porosity is going to sink directly to the bottom. I'm going to show you that again. Okay. This is high porosity. It's going to sink directly to the bottom right here. Okay. This cuticle, that means that the cuticle is exposed and it could cause severe amounts of damage, okay? Environmental factors, overuse of heat and chemicals. The question is, does your hair stay wet for periods of time, okay? And at how long does your hair stay wet for? So if you're trying to blow dry it and it's still wet and you're having problems, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have problems with your porosity. So you want to make sure you do that porosity check, okay? Does your hair feel like the moment you put the product on, it's like gone, okay? Like, wait a minute, didn't I just put something on? You want to check that porosity check, okay? Products with more oils are helpful for this level. Oils will seal the cuticle and serves as a protective layer. Okay, so you want to make sure that you use products like that. You want to use a product with low pH, which are acidic. Okay, this is going to help tighten and also, it's going to help tighten the open cuticle. All right, pure olive oils. After you do a leave-in, use pure olive oils. Use apple cider vinegar rinse. Okay, what that is you're going to use apple cider vinegar and you're going to dilute it in 2 cups of water, and you're going to put it on your hair as a basic conditioner. All right, this is going to detoxify any pollution from being open, for your cuticles being open and being vulnerable. All right, so that's what you want to do. Also, you want to do a protein treatment. All right. There is no remedies now for over porous hair. So you want to do a protein treatment. The protein treatment is going to make your hair more pliable, more manageable. Okay. You want to get regular hair trims. You want to focus so that you can focus on the new growth area of the hair only. All right. And then your major halt is using heat. Don't want to use too much heat, and also chemicals. You don't want to use too much chemical. So I would suggest a person with this issue would be to get maybe once you get your deep conditioner, get your end trim. I think what you should do is if you're going to use a relaxer, you should keep in mind how many times you're going to use a relaxer. They say 6 to 8 weeks. I wouldn't say do it 6 to 8 weeks. I may say do it every 4 months. You see what I'm saying? Or so forth. So I just wanted to jump on to kind of give you an illustration on what porosity was in the hair and how it comes together. All of this comes together with hair analysis, what the coarse hair, the medium hair, the thin hair is. All of this stuff comes together, and it plays a major factor into how your outcome or your outlook of your hair is going to be. The question is what is your hair porosity? And you could do that test by using, taking your individual hair strand, putting it in the water, and seeing what is the ability of its moisture that it absorb. Okay, so just make sure you check for that. A lot of times you may have questions about your hair, why your hair is not growing, why it seemed like you're using this type of product and it seemed like it's just heavy on your hair shaft. This would be a great way of knowing why, okay, without you really having to go to a beautician and just sitting down and them telling you stuff, because sometimes the information might even be accurate. Okay, so you just want to make sure that you do a porosity check. And if you are going to a beautician, tell them, did you do a porosity? Can you do a porosity check on my hair? If they don't know what that is, they can always look it up and get it, or you can always reach me at the Custom Wigs. Okay, yes. Now that is good, because people don't understand that. And I'm telling you, Miss Ruby, they don't really go and say, hey, I need this done to my hair, or can you check this? Why is my hair not growing? Why is my hair feeling so thick? And every time I put product on, it seems like it absorbs the moisture. This is why. So I would say tonight, do your homework and take a hair strand, put it in water, see what happens, okay? It's either going to be low, medium, or high porosity, okay? Oh, thank you. Okay, so listen, if you have any questions, if you do that test, I would suggest you to do the test. If you do that test and you have questions, you can always email me at thecustomwigs.com, and you can go into the, I believe it's the contact me, and just put your question in there. I will definitely contact you. And if you tell me, I think my hair floated to the top, or my hair floated to the middle, I can suggest some products for you, what I think you should use, and which direction to go with that. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope this information was informational to you, and that you can utilize this information on a daily use. Thank you. You have a wonderful evening, guys.